So good morning, one and all. Welcome. Happy Friday, happy weekend. It's Judith. It's a 1-hour gentle Kripalu yoga class. Welcome if you're new. Welcome if you've been here for many times. We love to see you all here. So this is a gentle Kripalu yoga class. The props we use in this class, and you may not have these, but if anybody's new, but you can substitute. Yoga mat. If you don't have a yoga mat, you could substitute with a folded blanket or a beach towel on a carpeted surface, not hard tile or wood. Other things that you might want to have available would be yoga blocks. And if you don't have yoga blocks, that could be substituted with a belt or two canned goods of equal size and weight. Or 2 water bottles of equal size and weight would work. Here's what we need for a strap. And if you don't have a yoga strap, you could use a scarf, a belt, a dog leash, a bathrobe tie. Maybe some kind of cushioning. I have a rolled up towel here. I have a squishy mat that I like to put under my knees. So some kind of maybe small cushions from the sofa or the bed. Optional items would be hand weights. I have a set of 1-pounders here. I'd say the heaviest I would go for in this class would be 2-pounders. So just know that and know that that's optional. So usually people want to add a little more weight once it gets too easy. So that'll make it a little more challenging. And last of all, a chair. This is a sturdy metal folding chair. We've got wide base for the legs, no wheels, no arms. We use it for either standing for balance, or we do move sitting in the chair. So bearing that in mind, if whatever does not suit your body this morning, whatever's being offered doesn't suit, you can modify. You could do something else like another posture, or you could skip it altogether. So just bear that in mind. So let's start. Let's focus today on the stretching. So whenever we're stretching, I'll call that to your attention. You can really push it, possibly. So let's start with the feet directly underneath the hips, the toes point forward. Let's go ahead and just start swinging the arms. Now you might want to widen the legs slightly if that's too narrow. Maybe the feet should be shoulder width apart if that feels appropriate. And this is a very gentle twisting motion, swinging the arms like empty coat sleeves. And we're waking up those internal organs as we pat the torso, we tap it in the front. The back hand is going to tap for the kidneys in the back. They're up a little bit higher. And as you tap, you're also twisting and looking over the shoulders. So what we're doing here is squeezing the spine, wringing it out like a washcloth, and we're moving for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeps turning and keep tapping. This time, take a soft fist or the heel of the hand, and you're going to tap underneath the clavicle, the collarbone. You're still twisting, you're still turning for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep turning, keep twisting. Now you're going to pat yourself on the shoulder. That's the back portion of that lung point in the back. We just tapped on the front part of the lung point in reflexology here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then just returning back to your midriff, back to the torso. See if you can turn a few more times for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then slowly you're going to bring that swinging and twisting to stillness. No rush to get there. And then from here, taking a soft fist, just going to start pounding on the front of the pelvic bowl here on your hip bones. And that's where it attaches down into the thigh muscles. So we're tapping here. We're waking up the body gently. Let's tap to the sides. So you're tapping the sides of the hips. It could be a soft fist. It could be the flat of the hand. And then we're going to go back around to the bum. So you're doing the buttocks. And before we go down to the legs, let's go up to the kidneys. You're going to tap up by the kidneys. Let's go back down to the sides of the hips. Down the outside of the legs. You can tap and then come up the inside of the legs, the yin meridian, returning back to the hip bones. We'll do this a few times. Tapping brings the blood to the surface of the skin, stimulates the circulation of blood and lymph for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then going to the sides here, side of the hips, soft fists, flat of the hands, and then around to the bum, getting those buttocks, getting some blood flow going in there, then up towards the kidneys, if you can reach up there, little taps, and then down back to the sides of the hips, down the yang side of the meridians of the legs, the outside, coming back up the inside, the yin meridians, up the inside. And one more time, let's just tap this. We'll do it one more time, one more round. And remembering to breathe here. So the 4 corners of each foot rooting into the earth, the crown of the head floats up to the sky, abdominals are engaged. Let's go to the side now, the sides of the hips. Nice and easy. This would be a fun thing to do to wake up in the morning. When you get out of bed, I certainly can use it. Let's tap the bum. Up again to the kidneys. Oh, yeah. And then sighing, of course, moaning and groaning. I should have said that earlier. Let out sound if it feels good. Down the legs. The yang meridian. Up the inside. The yin meridian. And then back again. Let's go to the tummy now, just below the navel. And maybe you want to just start tapping, circulating around the navel. Oh. Again, helping digestion, elimination. A few more times in this direction. So you want to come up the right side of the body, across the midriff, and down the left side. So as you go up the right, that's the ascending colon. You go across the midriff, it's the transverse colon. Down the left, descending colon. One more time, let's just do that. Big circles, helping digestion. And then bringing that to stillness, nice and easy. And just let the arms shake a bit here on the side of the body. When you move the joint in the socket, you're producing synovial fluid. That's why we're moving our joints. The synovial fluid doesn't happen till you move the joints. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And now the feet will be directly under the hips, toes point forward. I'll step back a bit so you can see. Let's place the hands on hip crease or maybe the waist. And you're just going to track the knees over the toes, but the feet are going to stay flat. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, straighten the legs. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, stay down on 1, little pumps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We straighten, slightly widen the legs just a little bit. And the toes might want to point out 5 degrees, 10 degrees maybe. Let's rebend the knees. Inhale, bend. This time, stretching out the legs in a different way. Inhale, bend. Torso stays upright. Exhale, straighten the legs. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's stay down on 1. Little pulse. 8, 7, opening the hip crease. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, stay down on 1, lift right heel, place it down, shift the weight, lift left heel, place it down, moving side to side, lifting left and right for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then slowly re-straightening the legs. Let's heel toe the feet together or step the feet together. It doesn't matter. And back with feet directly under hips. Let's lift the right heel, spread the 5 toes wide, place the right heel down, shift the weight, lift left heel, spread the toes wide, place that heel down. So we're going to move side to side, stretching out the feet, lifting and pressing, lifting and pressing. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You want to keep going at this pace if that's okay. You might want to go double time, bicycle pedaling the heels. Maybe not. You can choose for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep pedaling or marching and then come into a regular march, whichever you were doing, the slow version or the fast version. So you're lifting opposite arm, opposite leg. Maybe you can get those thighs up to waist height. They shouldn't go any higher for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep marching on 1. So we're marching. We're going to go out, out, in, out, out. For 8, little brain gym. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Let's stay marching in the center. And then slowly bring the knees down to stillness. No rush to get there. And then once you've come to stillness, let's just think about lifting and bouncing the heels. So here, we're working on flow of blood and lymph. We're also working on bone density. And we're working to strengthen the legs, the feet, and the ankles. So we can work on fall prevention. We want to avoid falling for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then slowly coming down to stillness. Legs come slightly wider. Let's take some big breaths in. Inhale, knees are soft. Exhale, stretch the arms up to the sky. Exhale down. Inhale up to sky. Exhale, press it away. Lifting and pressing for 4, 3. Really stretch the arms up. 2, 1. Let's relift the arms, and this time we're going to climb that invisible rope. Or you could be picking fruit like cherries, peaches. They're not in season, but we can pretend they are. For 8, 7, really reach the sky. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Stretch the arms away. Interlace the fingers behind the back of the body. Stretch the arms away from the bum so they're not resting comfortably there. They're pushing away. Now, if the hands don't meet, if you have a strap, you could grab the strap and work the hands together over time. If that doesn't seem appealing, then palms face the midline. If the hands don't meet, just have the palms face the midline for 4, 3, 2, 1. So the feet are fairly, I'd say, shoulder width apart. You might want to stay here, or you could tuck the chin and go forward into a forward fold. Once you come to your sticking point at the bottom, 3 big breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and then loading on up, triple slow time, and then shaking it out, shake out the arms. Now, everybody return, except everybody's now palms face the midline. Don't use a strap, don't interlace the fingers, little pumps together as you open the chest. You're pumping the arms for 8, 7, 6, 5, stretch them away, 4, 3, 2, 1, very nice. And then slowly the arms can come back down to the side of the body. Maybe one hand on heart, one hand on belly. Maybe the eyes can drop closed. Maybe it's just a soft gaze on the earth for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Now, legs can come wide, toes can point out 30 to 45. Let's go ahead and repeat this just for 4. Inhale, big deep squat. Exhale, straighten the legs. Inhale, knees track over toes. Exhale, straighten the legs. For 4, 3, 2, stay down on 1, little pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Re-straighten the legs. Heel toe the feet together. So until the feet are about shoulder width apart, toes could be slightly turned out, not too much. Let's just go ahead with the chest square to the front of your screen or your space. You can just drop off to the right. So let's notice the weight of that right arm. In fact, we might want to shake it a little bit. Let's do that. And then we're going to bring that to stillness, and we're going to stretch the fingers of that right hand. Stretch them out as wide as you can get them, and then start circling the wrist. So we're stretching the tendons in the fingers. We're stretching the arm here towards the floor. And if you're circling the wrist, you're going to circle in the other direction as well. For 4, 3, 2, 1, and then come back to center. Let's drop over to the left. Chest is still squared to the front of your space. Noticing the weight of that left arm. Noticing the stretch on the right side of the body. Let's stretch the fingers on the left hand. Let's start circling the wrist. Meanwhile, you're still in this side stretch. So chest stays square to the front of your space. Try not to torque off to one side or the other. And then circle your wrist in the other direction for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's come back to center. Maybe let's roll some shoulders in the center. A couple going forward and then a couple opposite way. And then just dropping off to the right one more time. Now this time we're going to float the left arm. It should go by the ear. This is my injured side, so I'm modifying. But stretch those side fingers to the wall, side wall. The fingers to the side wall. The chest is square to the front of your screen. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Top elbow bends. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's stay over. The top arm is a single unit. 4, 3, circle. 2, 1. Go the other way. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then that top arm is going to float down slowly. Pausing. Inhale, right arm floats up, tilting over to the left now. Again, noticing that big stretch on the right side of the body. For 4, 3, stretch the fingers to the side wall. 2, 1, top elbow bends. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Let's do 4, 3, 2, don't rush it. 1, let's stay over. That top arm is a single unit, little circles. 4, 3, 2, 1. Other way. 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then float the arm down. It's resisting gravity. You're not just going to let it flop, hopefully. Let's roll some shoulders a couple times between sides, forward and back. And then one more time, we're going to drop off to the right. This time that bottom arm is going to go over to the left. The top left arm is going to stretch to the right. Stretching in 2 ways now. Engage abdominals, chest is squared for 4, 3, 2, 1. Windmill the arms down by the side of the body. Now the left hand is the bottom hand. The top arm floats over. So arms stretching in 2 directions. You're grounding through the feet. You're engaging the abdominals. You're really stretching the fingers to the side for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then unfolding the arms, triple slow time. Very nice. Shake everything out. Let's grab a chair. And I'll place it back here so everybody can see, hopefully. And if you have blocks, if you have a strap, if you've got weights, make sure they're nearby. And if not, I'll show you how to modify without them. So I've got a strap here. This can be done with or without the strap. So the chair is here for support, for balance, so I don't fall over, right? So let's go ahead and loop the strap around the ball of the left foot. And if you don't have a strap, what will happen is we're going to lift the leg up and you can hold the back of the thigh. Don't hold the back of the knee, please. So it's going to be inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, down. So it's 2 kicks out and then you come down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, down. So let's do 4. Inhale, exhale, exhale, place it down, lifting, kicking, kicking, and placing. 2 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Sorry. There we go. Last one. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and place it down. Lose the strap. Maybe go to the other side of the chair. And then just noticing before we do the other leg, notice left side of body and right side of body. Do they feel the same? Probably not. Now you're going to loop the strap around the ball of the right foot. You can keep the 2 ends of the strap on the inside of the leg. And here again, if you don't have a strap, a hand behind the thigh works just as well. You have your chair or your wall or a piece of furniture that doesn't move that you can touch for your balance. Inhale, exhale, exhale, put it down. Inhale, exhale, exhale, put it down for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Remove the strap. Let's go ahead and sit in the chair, but very mindfully. So the feet are directly under the hips. Most of the time you want to sit more forward onto the seat of the chair than the back of the chair. So here we are sitting in our chairs. Let's go ahead and take the right hand outside of the left thigh. We're doing a twist. So now the left hand is going to scan the horizon with the fingertips as you twist to the left. Woo. You're going to come to your stopping point at some place in the twist. The back arm can grab the chair, the back of the chair, for more leverage. And now here we are in a seated twist, looking over the left shoulder to the wall behind you for 4, 3, 2, 1. Staying in your twist, but just coming out slightly. Inhale, slightly release. Exhale, squeeze and turn. Inhale, slightly release. Exhale, squeeze and turn. Inhaling and twisting. Inhaling and squeezing. And then slowly we're going to unwind out of it, triple slow time. Maybe give a shake to the legs, maybe the shoulders. And now the left hand is going to grab the outside of the right thigh. Left hand grabs outside of right thigh. The right hand scans the horizon, twisting to the right. Just noticing if this side feels the same as the other side. You're going to come to your sticking point. You're going to place that back hand around the back of your chair. Everything from the waist down is pointing forward. Everything from the waist up is twisting to the right. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Staying in the twist, but just slightly release. Inhale, slightly release. Exhale, squeeze and turn. Inhale, slightly release. Exhale, squeeze and turn. Let's do 4, 3. Get leverage with that back arm. 2, 1. Woo! Very nice. Unwinding slowly. Let's go ahead and shift over to the right. Okay. So this right butt cheek is sort of half on and half off of the chair. You're going to extend the leg out to the side. And you're going to float that right arm up to the sky. And you're going to stretch over to the left, getting a big stretch on the right side of the body for 4, 3, 2, 1. Floating back to center, grabbing whatever you can grab on your chair, floating the other arm up as we twist to the right for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then floating that arm back down, returning the right leg back to the initial position, coming back, sitting more solidly on the seat of your chair, and then switching over to the left. So the left butt cheek is kind of half on, half off of the chair. And we're going to stretch out here. And we're going to float that right arm up. Inhale over. Oh, stretching. Boy, I feel it on this side for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then slowly taking that arm down, floating the left arm up, stretching the other way on the left side for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then unwinding here, arm floats down, leg comes in. Let's come back to the center. So everything is seated on the chair now. Both butt cheeks are on the chair. And you're going to pound the legs. Very nice. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then coming back down to quietude here. Just for a pause, noticing where the energy may have moved in the body. Noticing how you feel. More energized than we began about 30 minutes ago. Big full breaths. And let's take the legs wide. So from here, we're going to go ahead and tilt the torso forward. So now you're going to ground the 2 sits bones into the seat of the chair. The whole torso from crown of head to tailbone is going to lean forward so that eventually you are parallel to the earth. You're going to migrate your left shoulder over to the right knee. It's not going to get there, but you can try. And again, we're twisting, except now it's in a forward fold. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay right here. Just reminding you that on the right side, the right hand presses into the right thigh presses into the right hand. So get that isometric press going, and we'll do 4 more this way. For 4, 3, 2, 1. And then slowly coming through center. You're still parallel to the earth. The right shoulder is migrating over to the right knee. I have my right forearm resting on the right thigh. Now we're looking over right shoulder to the wall behind you. The left hand presses into the left thigh. The left thigh presses into the left hand. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then coming back to center slowly, slowly. Let's just go slowly from side to side. One shoulder going over to the left, coming up to center, other shoulder going to the right. Now you're squeezing those abs as we're doing this. Finding your own pace. Try not to rush it. Moving from side to side, giving a big stretch to the side body, stretching out the rib area. Oh, the intercostal muscles. Let's do 2 more each side. Nice and easy. And then coming back to center very slowly. Now for this one, next one, you could use either a block or a hand weight or nothing, okay? If you're using nothing, you're just gonna close your hands as in supplication, or you can grab a block or a weight. And this is called chopping wood. The legs stay wide. You're closer to the front of the seat of the chair than the back of the chair. Inhale up. Exhale, swing the arms through the legs. Inhale up. Exhale, swing for 8, 7, 6, 5. Big full breaths. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then come on up. Arms come down. If you've got a second weight, grab your second weight. And if you're not using weights, it's just a soft fist that's going to be facing down on the top of the thigh. So I have two weights here, one in each hand, 1 pound weights. Whoopee. And then we're going to press into the thighs as you're going to lift the legs, alternating right and left. So it's exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Now sitting tall for this, so you're not falling backwards, sitting tall. Imagine the crown of the head. The whole head is a helium balloon. It's floating up to the sky. Big full breath. And we'll begin. 8, 7, 6, 5. Don't forget the isometric press here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Staying right here. We'll just work on the right to begin with. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So we'll stay on the right for a few of these. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center, pausing, noticing right side, noticing left side. Let's move to the left. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale for 4, 3, squeeze those abs, 2, 1. Very nice. So legs come down, Weights can go bye-bye for now. Now you can sit all the way into the back of the chair. Good news. This way the thighs, the upper parts of the thighs are more supported. We're going to exhale one leg, straighten it out. Second leg straightens out. The feet are flexed. Let's go ahead and float the arms up to the sky. This is seated staff pose in yoga for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do 4 more if you can stand it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs stay the same. Arms come down. You can grab the sides of your chair. The legs can come slightly wider, rotating inward, back to neutral, rotating outward, back to neutral. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And float those legs down. Just shake them out. Maybe you feel a little bit looser, little 23 skidoo. And then we're going to come to stillness. All right. So let's find our way up mindfully. Let's come closer to the front of the seat of the chair. As long as we're in the chair, you can either stack the palms directly over the heart center, or you might want to interlace the thumb, just kind of twist them together, and then the palms spread wide. And this is Eagle Mudra in yoga. So you can choose. The feet are flat, the feet are hip distance apart, toes point forward. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, at your own pace. 2, 1. Let's come up again. Hover, but don't land. And now we're going to do little pumps here. See if you can keep the torso upright for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Straighten the legs. Unwind the arms. Shake them out. Let's move the chair off to one side. Oh. And if you have a block, grab a block. If you don't worry about it. So we're going to do a supported tree pose. I don't think we've done tree in a while. So if you have a block, place it on its lowest setting. And the 2 feet surround each side of the block. 1 foot, sorry, on each side of the block. So what we're going to do is we're going to shift the weight to the right leg. And if you're not using a block, just keep the toes on the earth, and either toes on earth or toes on block. The pelvis stays square to the front of your space. The leg goes out 45 degrees or thereabouts. Now, you might need to be near a wall for this, and that's fine. Float the arms up. And your tree, you're in a modified tree pose for 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, and a breeze is coming up now. So maybe your branches want to move in the breeze, but maybe they don't. Lift those fingertips up to the sky as you stretch for 4, 3, 2, 1. Branches come to stillness. Palms meet in prayer. Drop them down the midline. Stop the palms right here at the heart. Think about lifting through that standing right leg for 8, 7, 6. Find a spot that doesn't move. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms come down slowly. Left leg comes down, shake it out. How was that side? No judgment, just noticing. So now we're going to shift to the left leg. And either you've got your toes on the block, the toes on the mat, the heel tucking into either the ankle or the calf. Now the pelvis is still squared to that straight edge of your mat. Maybe one arm wants to come up. Maybe a second arm wants to come up. This side might feel different. Lifting through that supporting left leg for 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, that breeze came up again, and now our branches are moving, maybe. Or maybe you're in a little walled garden and you don't have the breeze. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then hands meet in prayer, coming down the midline of the body. Hands start at the heart. Lift through that supporting left leg. Find that drishti point that doesn't move to help with balance. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands come down, legs come out, shake out the legs, loose the block. Let's put the blocks here at the narrow end of the mat. We're going to go down on the earth. And if you're nervous about getting down on the earth, I'll do a quick demo. You can grab your chair, face the chair, hands go along the outer edge, halfway. Most of the weight goes in the arms. Inhale, bend one knee, float it down to earth. Second knee joins it. You've arrived on the mat. Getting up, same idea. Sides of the seat of the chair, maybe the arms, the forearms on the seat. If you want to assist one leg to come forward, do that. Tuck those back toes. Most of the weight will be in the arms. Inhale, exhale, lift that butt. Feet come under the chair seat. Grab the back of the chair, and you can rise up at your own pace. Go slowly to avoid the head rush, all right? So however you wish to get down on the earth, that's where we're going. Inhale up. Let's do a big swan dive. Exhale forward. Come right back up. Inhale up. Exhale forward. 2 more. Lifting and pressing. Lifting. This time we stay down. Fingertips come to mat. Maybe come to block if the fingers don't reach the earth. Let's stay in a forward fold. Uttanasana. And we're going to micro bend the knees left and right. For 8, 7, stretch the low back. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Stepping back into your best version of down dog. Arms are straight. Body's in the shape of a triangle. Bicycle pedal heels as you wag your dog tail. Walk on the dog for 8, 7, 6. Stretch that back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs come to stillness. Float them down to the mat. Big toes together. Knees wide apart. Maybe a rolled towel behind the backs of your knees to create more space, or not. And then press those hips back towards the heels. So once that's in position, the arms can go forward. Maybe the arms want to go by the side of the legs. If the forehead doesn't reach the mat, you could stack your palms and rest the forehead there. Stack fists, rest the forehead there. Or grab a low block and rest the forehead there. So once you've organized arms and legs, let's just think about melting into the mat. Dropping into a quiet space inside. Focusing on breathing into the back body now. Inhale, lower back, middle back, upper back. Pausing at the top. Exhaling, upper back, middle, lower back. Squeezing out all the air at the bottom. Inhale, lower, middle, at the top. Exhaling, upper, middle, lower back, and squeezing out all the air at the bottom. Last one, inhale. Exhale. And then very slowly rising up to a neutral table position. This is where I like to pad the knees. So just give them a little extra protection since they get very cranky as the aging process moves forward. So neutral table is hips over knees, shoulders over elbows, elbows over wrists, fingers spread wide. If you have pain in your hands and your wrists, they can come slightly farther forward. And let's just start doing some hip circles here to tease out any tension that might have slipped in there or wasn't thoroughly shown the exit. Oh, keep circling. And then when you find the opportunity, you're going to go the other way. Lovely. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then coming back to neutral table. Let's find our way to sitting. You can take your time doing that. There's no rush to get there. And have your props handy if you're using props. And we're facing the narrow end of the mat, feet hip distance apart, toes point forward. You can grab the backs of the thighs, maybe the front of the shins. Inhale forward. Exhale back and squeeze. So you're squeezing navel to spine. Drop shoulders away from ears. Inhale forward. You can tuck the chin as you squeeze back. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Last one. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Now the chin is tucked. Navel pushing back towards the spine. Shoulders drop away from ears. Maybe the hands come out in front here on the sides. Maybe they don't. Pump the belly here. Squeezing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Coming forward with those arms, inhale forward and then grabbing either backs of thighs or the shins, rolling it all the way down onto the mat. You're laying that spine down like a string of pearls. Back of the neck is as long as it's willing to go. And then as you draw the knees into the chest, maybe a little rock side to side, east to west might feel delicious or not. Maybe it's a circling with the thighs and the knees. Oh. And just remember, if you're circling, you can circle in both directions. Very nice. And then when you feel relatively complete with that movement, let's come back to neutral. The knees are drawing into the chest. Spread the knees apart. You're going to grab the ankles or the shins here and just let the weight of the arms open up those hip creases that get so tight. Now, we do a lot of sitting and driving and hunching over computers. So opening up these hips is a real important aspect of what needs to be done every day, really, especially if you sit a lot or you drive a lot. And if you're a person who likes to bike ride or run, the hips get nice and tight doing that too. So this is all to sort of accommodate that. Let's circle those legs a couple more times. Maybe moving my arms now. And let's take the feet back to earth, mat distance apart, arms in T position. Let's go ahead and windshield wiper those knees side to side. Breathing. Oh, lovely. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Next time the knees drop to the left, leave them there. Face and neck, look to the right. And then that right hip pulses up towards where the wall meets the ceiling, maybe. You might want to keep this a static press, but I like to press the hips, just a little more ease in the hips. For 4, 3, 2, 1. And then back to center, knees, back to center, face looks at the sky. Windshield wiper the legs side to side. And the next time the knees drop to the left, leave them there. Is that what we did the last time? What we did the last time, just drop the knees to the right. And the face looks to the left. Just do the side you didn't do before. And then again, I'm pumping that hip up to where the wall meets the ceiling. It's like a little extra stretch for the hips. For 4, and 3, 2, 1. And then the knees come back up towards sky. The feet are still mat distance apart. Let's take that right straight arm up to the sky. Inhale all the way up. Right palm meets the left. Exhale, and then inhale as you open. Exhale as you fold the right arm onto the left. Inhale as you open. Let's do 2 more of these. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. That was the last one. Let's come back to arms in T position. Feet are mat distance apart. Windshield wiper the knees side to side. Very nice. Now the next time the knees go to the right, we leave them there. Left straight arm lifts. Inhale up. Open book. Exhale, left palm meets right palm. Inhale, open up. Exhale, left arm meets right. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Woo. Back to center, arms in T position. Feet mat width apart, windshield wiper the legs. Very nice. And then very quickly, if you've got a block, grab a block. Heels come as close to the bum as you can get them. The knees are bent. Lift the hips. Slide that block underneath the sacrum. So it's down here near the buttocks, not up here near the kidneys. Got it? And we're going to float those legs up to the sky. Arms could stay in T position. And let's take both legs together. Inhale, drop and hover. Squeeze abdominals. Exhale, lift and squeeze. There we go. Inhale, drop both legs. Hovering. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. And then bringing back the feet back to earth. Let's go ahead. I have to adjust my block. So leave your legs up in the air. Ignore that last instruction. Okay, here we go. Now we're going to flex the feet. The legs are perpendicular to the floor here. Inhale, open. Point the toes. Exhale as you cross and squeeze. Inhale, open. Exhale, cross and squeeze. For 8, 7, 6. Stretch those legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then back to upright, perpendicular. The 2 feet slowly come to earth. You might want to stay right here, but if you want to try this stretch, it's extreme, so just be very mindful. The block is still under the sacrum. Maybe one leg goes straight. If that feels okay, second leg maybe goes straight. This is a supported baby back bend. If you want to add arms, they go over the head, the palm faces the midline, the arm rests on the earth. And so from head to toe, we're stretching it out. We're supported baby back bend. Gently stretch left hand away from left foot. Gently stretch right hand away from right foot. Just very, very small movement. Nice and gentle, creating more space for the internal organs. Maybe we'll get an inch taller, who knows? For 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms return back down to the side of the body. Mindfully bend one knee, foot is flat. Mindfully bend second knee, foot is flat. Feet are grounding into the earth. Inhale, exhale, lift the hips, slide the block away. Place the spine down on the mat like a string of pearls. And very slowly, one more time, just draw the knees into the chest, gently massage that low back. And then the legs stretch out on the earth. Arms and legs stretch 30 to 45 degrees. Palms could be facing up towards the sky. Maybe you want to roll a blanket or towel under the knees to support the low back. If that is impossible to lie there, then return to feet mat width apart, knees knocked together like a tent in the middle. That's restorative rest. If on the back is impossible, rolling onto one side, stacking hips and legs, maybe resting the head on the upper arm, or resting the head on a block or a cushion in the block. If you have an available wall and want to put legs up the wall, that's another option. Or you could sit in a chair, feet flat, palms resting on the thighs. And if the palms face downward, that's for grounding and stability. The palms face upward, that's for receiving. And once you've organized the arms and the legs, allow the eyes to drop closed, relaxing the face and the jaw, and then noticing our imaginary hot tub, putting the feet in first, and then allowing that relaxation to envelop the feet, the ankles, and then it moves into the low legs, enveloping the shins and the calves. And then it moves into the knees, permeating the complex structure of the knees. It moves into the thighs, allowing legs and feet to become very heavy. And then it moves into the pelvis, the hips, the buttocks, the low back releases. And then from there, from the belly, it moves into the waist and torso, enveloping ribs, heart, lungs, liver, kidneys, pancreas, spleen, colon, all the vital organs deeply relaxed. That softness, that relaxation moves up the chest and into the shoulders and rolls down both arms all the way to the fingertips, all the way to the fingertips. It moves now into the throat and the neck, and then it envelops the head all the way to the crown of the head. The back of the neck releases, the face and the jaw let go. The tongue lies at the bottom of the mouth, teeth slightly apart. Eyes sink deep into the skull, as though a white circle of healing light permeates every cell in the body. Noticing back body and front body, right side and left side. Noticing the whole body together, the whole body together, the whole body together. And here's a quote from Pema Chodron from her book, Living Beautifully with Uncertainty and Change. We're all in this together, all so interconnected that we can't awaken without one another. We need to help each other let go of the shore and stay in the middle of the river with no life jackets, no inner tubes, and no intention of ever clinging to anything again. May we all learn that pain is not the end of the journey, and neither is delight. We can hold both of them, indeed, hold it all at the same time, remembering that everything in these unpredictable, unsettled, exhilarating, and heart-stirring times is a doorway to awakening in a sacred world. If you'd like to remain here in Shavasana for as long as feels right, please feel free to stay right there. But if you're ready to meet the day, begin to bring some gentle movement to fingers and toes and arms and legs. And then as you are ready, drawing the knees into the chest, giving yourself a hug. And then rolling onto your favorite side and pausing there for just a few breaths in embryo posture. And on the next inhale, keeping the eyes closed, press yourself up into a comfortable seated posture, rooting the sits bones down into the earth, drawing the crown of the head up into the sky, scanning the body for the effects of the practice, and thanking the body for all it does all day, every day, and bringing to mind one thing for which you are grateful. And on the next inhale, let's float the palms up overhead, hands meet in prayer, dropping down the midline, stopping at the heart, samastiti. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you stand in the light of your own true self. I salute the bright light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Jai Bhagwan.